What are we doing? Santana? We're doing what?
Build a house.
We're building a house. You may say, what, Ms. Gore, we got to build a house again? So we have 39 times what?
26.
26. So we're building our house. How many levels are we going to have on our house?
3.
How many, class?
3.
3. First place value we're looking at. What are we looking at?
1.
What are we looking at?
1.
Everybody should be paying attention to me. We're looking at the ones place value. So what do we do?
Circle 6.
Hold on a second. Ma'am?
I was looking for a color pencil.
Girl, close that book bag and pay attention to me. Thank you. We're looking at the 6, so we're going to circle it. What are we going to do next? Raise your hand. Alexia. Multiply what? We're going to take the 6. 6 times 9 is what, class?
54.
What is it?
54.
So we put our?
4.
Carry our?
5.
Very good. Next, what are we going to do, Lemuria? Speak up. I can't hear you, honey. 6 times 3 equals what, class?
18.
18 plus 5 equals?
23.
What is it?
23.
Y'all sound like y'all a little sleepy. Are y'all tired?
No.
You're sick? Oh, goodness. All right, so we've done the first level of our house. What are we going to do next, D'Angelo? We're going to build our second level, and how do we start our second level? Robert.
Placeholder.
We have to put a placeholder, and what is our placeholder going to be?
0.
0. So after we put our placeholder to make sure our foundation is sturdy, what place value are we looking at now, Anthony? The what? The 10's place value. So we're going to do what to the 10's place value? Box it. Can we continue now?
Yes.
All right, 2 times 9 equals?
18.
What is it?
18.
Put my?
8.
Carry my?
1.
2 times 3 equals?
6.
Plus 1 equals?
7.
Now, we're in Florida. We're not in New York. So our third level, what is our third level?
Attic.
The attic. And when you say attic, it sounds like what? Add. So what are we going to do here? Add it all up. What am I writing?
4.
Next.
11.
Excuse me?
11.
Excuse me?
11.
3 plus 8 equals?
11.
You sure?
11.
Do I trust you?
No.
No, I don't trust you. 8 plus 3 equals?
11.
Put my?
1.
Carry my?
1.
Next.
2 plus 10.
7 plus 2 plus 1 equals?
10.
You can't see it? The answer is 1,014. Go ahead and check it. Looking at number 2. Are we ready? Let's do this fast. Oh, yeah, I like when you say it's easy. That makes me excited. Looking at number 2. Oh, we're dealing with money, decimals. What operation are we working with?
Subtraction.
7, take away 5.
2.
6, take away 4.
2.
Decimal. Therefore, are we done?
No.
Absolutely not. Make sure you put your unit of measurement. You can either do a $, which is what I would do because that's what's there, or we can do a cent sign because it's 22 cents, okay? Number 3. 3, take away 5. 3, take away 5. 3, take away 5. Cannot do it. So what do I need to do, Emmanuel? Borrow from our neighbor. Our neighbor is 0. Can we borrow from that 0?
No.
Nope. So we got to borrow from somebody else. Can we borrow from our 6?
Yes.
All right. Turn that into a?
5.
Turn the 0 into a?
10.
All right. Let's see. 3, take away 5.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Borrow from your neighbor. Can we borrow from the 10 now?
Yes.
Turn that 10 into a?
9.
Turn the 3 into a?
13.
13, take away 5 equals?
8.
9, take away 4?
5.
5, take away 9.
Can't do it.
So we need to borrow from who?
7.
Turn it into a?
6.
Turn the 5 into a?
15.
15, take away 9 equals?
6.
Are you sure?
Yes.
6, take away 0 equals?
6.
Boom, easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
All right, oh. Is that division?
Yes.
Is that division?
I think that is.
Raise your hand if you can handle it. Raise your hand if you can handle the division. Raise your hand if you're a little concerned. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 people?
Yes.
But remember, I gave you a cheat sheet to solve division, right?
Yeah.
What is my cheat sheet?
DMSBR.
What is it?
DMSBR.
All right, that's our cheat sheet. We're going to divide 6 into 7,183. Before we start solving this, what do we need to do? Kayla, list our multiples because our multiples are going to help us with division and with the multiplication, right? List them. Go.
6, 12, 18, 24, 36.
What?
36. 44.
Let's stop there. Are we ready? First step in our cheat sheet is what? Divide. 6 divided into 7 goes how many times?
1.
Oh, you don't need the multiples?
Nope.
You already know it. Okay. All right, after we divide, what do we do?
Multiply.
What do we do?
Multiply.
1 times 6 equals. After we multiply, what do we do?
Subtract.
What we get?
1.
After we subtract, what do we do?
Bring down the 1.
Bring down the 1. After we bring down, we have the R, so this 11 is our remainder.
No.
No. Can you raise your hand and tell me how you know 11 is not our remainder? Zamaria.
It's because 11 is too big, 6 is smaller than 11.
Because 11 is bigger than our divisor. Our divisor is 6. There's no way that this could be our remainder. So if it's not our remainder, what do we do with our cheat sheet?
Go back.
What, Mariah? Go back to divide. Very good. 6 divided into 11 goes how many times? Huh? Let me see. 11 is our magic number. Looking at our multiples, it will fall between the 6 and the 12. 12 is too big. Go to the 6. It goes in there once. You are absolutely correct. After we divide, multiply. 1 times 6 equals?
6.
After we multiply, what do we do?
Subtract.
What do you get?
5.
What is it?
5.
What is it?
5.
What is it?
5.
Thank you so much. 5. After we subtract, what do we do?
Bring down the 8.
Very good. Oh, is that our remainder?
No.
I was just checking. It's way too big. I was just checking. 6 divided into 58. Oh, we didn't list our multiples far enough. Let's keep going.
48.
Next.
54.
54. Next. 60. So how many times does 6 go into 58?
9.
So the 58 will fall right here between the 54 and the 60. 60 is 2. So we're going to go up to the 54. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. You are correct. 9 times 6 equals?
54.
What do you get?
4.
All right. How many times does 6 go into 43? Raise your hand. Janie?
6 times.
He said 6 times. Is he correct?
No.
What?
No.
He's hands up if he is correct. So he said 6 times? 43. Hold on, we don't yell. 6 divided into 43. 43 is our magic number. 43 will fall right here, so we're going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Janie, you were close. 7 times 6 equals? Subtract, you get? 1. Are we done? Is that our remainder?
Yes.
Nehemiah, how do you know that 1 is our remainder? 1, because it's smaller than our divisor, which is our 6. Also, because there's nothing else left to bring down. So your answer is what?
1.
Pause. Hands up. Remainder 1. Very good. 1,197. Remainder 1. All right, let's get to the easy stuff. 7 plus 20.
27.
9 times 3.
27.
Greater than, less than, or equal to?
Equal to.
Excellent job, guys. 6 times 8.
48.
50. Take away 24.
26.
Greater than, less than, or equal to? 48 is greater than 26. All right, number 7. What does this fraction say right here, guys?
Simplest form.
What does this fraction say right here?
36.
What is it?
36.
What is it?
36.
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Oh, take it from the top. Y'all sound like y'all asleep. Looking at 3/6. 3/6. Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Break it down. What? Oh, you already know?
Yeah.
Hold on. You already know. So we don't have to find the greatest common factor?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you then.
It's all right.
I apologize. Let's start over again. Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Break it down.
3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom.
Pause. I'm a little nervous since I just taught y'all how to do this. I'm still going to put it on the board, okay? 3/6. You're saying that the greatest common factor was 3?
Yes.
So 3 on top, 3 on bottom.
Oh, and it goes 1/2.
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Break it down.
3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom.
Answer.
1/2.
Answer.
1/2.
Answer.
1/2.
3 into 3 goes how many times? 3 into 6 goes how many times? So your answer is what?
1/2.
What is it?
1/2.
1/2 as a percent equals
50%.
pause. 1/2 as a percent equals
50%.
how much?
50%.
Baby, I'm saying percent, not decimal. 1/2 as a percent equals,
50%.
and as a decimal,
0.50.
thank you for my snake. Last time. Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Break it down.
3 on top, 3 on the bottom. 3 on top, 3 on the bottom.
Answer.
1/2.
Answer.
1/2.
Answer.
1/2.
1/2 as a percent equals,
50%.
and as a decimal.
0.50.
Excellent. Last one before we hit our problem of the day. It says Emmanuel buys a goldfish for $1.69. Oh, we need to do one more? Oh, I don't know if we want to do that one. 4/6 is kind of hard. I think it might be too hard for you.
No. We 4th graders. I think we can handle it.
Raise your hand if you think you can handle it. Raise your hand if you don't want to handle 4/6. All right. Guess what? You don't have a choice, honey. You in my class, you get to do everything. All right, 4/6. 4/6. Let it digest in you. Think about it. Think about what you're going to use to break it down. 4/6. Question.
Is it in simplest form?
Question.
Is it in simplest form?
I'm so nervous. Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
Answer.
No.
I can't hear you. Answer.
No.
That's better. So what are we going to use to break this down? Should we just go ahead and find the GCF together? Yeah, we're going to find it together. All right, we have 4/6. What are the factors of 4? What are the factors of 4? What times what will give me 4? Santana? 1 times what?
2.
1 times 2?
1 times 4.
1 times 4 equals what, class?
4.
Very good. What else?
2 times 2.
What is it?
2 times 2.
2 times 2. Those are all the factors of
4.
All right, let's list the factors of 6. What times what will give me 6? DeKayla. 1 times 6. What else? Raise your hand.
We need to move now to the activity that we're going to start today, and we're going to continue tomorrow, and we're going to continue Thursday. Tomorrow we're going to do on the computer lab, we're going to do some research about the Newton's third law. And this is an example how the Newton's third law is going to be used. We're going to do balloon rockets. If you see the balloon rockets, the instructions are here. This is what we're going to use to work in our composition notebook. Now, as always we do, we follow the report on the notebook is the purpose, and you have it on the paper. You're going to be working with that today. You're going to do the safety. I'm going to help you with the safety. Yes, Say?
I have a question. Is the purpose the background information? Because it doesn't say purpose on here.
Okay, if you see here, purpose, objective is going to be the same. You're going to have on that paper as objective, okay? Yes, that's good to review on that one. Now, for the safety, the only thing that I want you to just remember on the safety of this experiment is please do not share the balloons. If you blow the balloon, what is going to happen with that balloon? It's going to have what? Germs, saliva. That's what one person on the team, on the group, is going to be using that. For the balloons that are difficult to put the air in, we're going to use the pump. And it's going to be used. Be sure that not everybody at the same time come here and do it. Now, we need to do the variables. And depends on what you're going to do, that's going to be the variable. Remember to find the independent variable and the dependent variable before you do the hypothesis. Every table is going to receive a set like this. And now I will need 2 volunteers. Let me see who's going to be. Table 5 and 3, that is Faith. And the other volunteer, table 2 and 2, that's Grant. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, listen and look carefully because this is what your group is going to do. Every group is going to receive a piece of string here, and 2 of you is going to hold it by the end. Okay, be sure that doesn't have any knot. Grant, you can move a little bit, move backwards, move back, sorry. Okay, 2 of you, the function that you're going to have is that you're going to make the distance. We're going to do this in the classroom. We're going to move some of you on the front, some of you on the back, and you're going to have a balloon. Now, on your variables, you can do 2 things. You can use a different size of the balloon, and that's what I will have, different sizes. You have here the small, medium, and a large one. You can use different sizes, or you can use the same balloon, but you can put in one of them, in the trial, one of the trial, you can put just a little bit of air. And on the second trial, you can put more air. In that way, you just compare the amount of air in the same balloon. But another variable can be, what about the shape of the balloon? You have one that is round, and the other one that is like a tube, a cylinder, and it's a different shape, or like this one. We're going to have different shapes. That's what when you pick your variable, you're going to just use the size or the shape or the amount of air. Every group is going to decide what are you going to use as the independent variable. For the dependent, the measure, the one that you're going to measure how that balloon is moving. And this is when you're going to blow the balloon, and you're going to use a straw, and depends on the size of the straw, you're going to just have the big straw, or you can cut it. Let's cut it on this one. And Faith, do me a favor, put the string inside the straw. This is what you're going to do tomorrow with your partner. No, sorry, on Thursday. Tomorrow is the computer lab. We're going to do some research about the laws. This is the way you do. You put and by gravity, the string should be going out. Any question? Now, look what happened. Yes?
What kind of air does the air pump pump?
Okay, that's just only to help because some of the balloon is going to be difficult to fill it up. But the balloon, the pump, it can be a variable if you just use the mouth or the pump. That's a good observation. Yes, you can use the pump. It's for us to just complete the balloon just because that one, I can never put the air. But that can be, yes, another thing. How it does if the same balloon, you fill it up with the pump or if you fill it up with your mouth. That would be a good variable. And you can just talk at that. Good job. Okay, now, whatever balloon you pick, any size, you're going to take the balloon and you're going to complete with the air and you're going to have tape, and this is what is going to be moving. You see how it's going to move? That's why you need the straw. Now you're going to put the balloon in there, and let's do it. You see that I can sometimes complete it. Let me use on this one. You put it in here. And in the bag, you're going to have a paper clip or a clothespin. It's going to be in your package. And you're going to just use it to hold the air in there. And now you're going to attach, and you see why you need another people. It's very important for you to have a straight line. You're going to see what happens if the string is up or down based on gravity, and that's one of the questions that you need to answer. You're going to test on that one. But for the trials, what you need to do is you're going to tape the balloon on the straw, and you can reinforce that balloon with another piece of tape. And now let's see who's coming to release the air on that balloon. It's going to be 6 and 1. That's Trace. Come here. Now, one of you is going to do the release, that it can be the person on the back. And you need to think about the action and reaction. And tomorrow, we're not going to do it now, but you're going to measure the time. You're going to measure the time using the stopwatch, and you're going to measure the distance. When you have distance and time, let's see who can answer the question. It's going to be, it's you.
Speed.
It's speed. And that's what are you going to do. And you're going to do the table to calculate the speed and the object. Now, let's see what happens.